Hi reception, I hope everybody is well. So this week's maths is all about doubling and halving. Does anybody know what it means if you double a number? It means that you have two groups of the same amount. So for example, if I start with this amount of cubes, let's count together, 1, 2, and I want to know what double 2 is equal to, then I need to get another tower, which is the same amount, okay? So now I have two amounts, or two towers with the same amount, so we need to work out how many there are altogether. Let's count, there's 2 on here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So double 2 is equal to 4. Let's have another go. And I'm going to start with a tower that is 3. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3. And I want to work out what double 3 is equal to. So I need to get another tower that is exactly the same. And let's count together. I've got 3 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that double 3 is equal to 6. Well done. Now I'm going to compare. So I have two towers. One tower has the same amount, which is 3. And I want to look at a tower that is double the height of my yellow tower. So I'm going to see if my green tower is double the amount of my yellow tower. So let's have a count. So I've got 3 in my yellow tower and I want to know what double 3 is. So let's count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So double 3 is equal to 6. Well done. Okay, we can also use our counting on strategy. So if I want to find out what a double is and I have 1, 2, 3 cubes, I'm going to start by counting from 3. So I know that double 3 is equal to 2 lots of 3. So I'm going to start by counting on from 3. So I'm going to put 3 in my head. 3, 4, 5, 6. So double 3 is equal to 6. Okay, now we're going to be looking at halving a number. Does anybody know what it means when we half a number? Half is when we have the whole number and it's been shared equally between two groups. Just like we were doing last week when we were doing sharing, we're now looking at halving, which is very, very similar. So we're going to start with our lovely maths problem. And today's maths problem is, I'm going to do my drawing. So I've got my two groups because I need to find half, and half is when we have two groups that are the same amount or equal. So to find half, we need two groups that are equal, okay? So the problem is the farmer has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheep, and he needs half of the sheep to go to the field and half of the sheep to go to the meadow. So I'm going to do like what I did last week, and I'm going to share the sheep equally between the two groups, the field and the meadow. So I've got 1 sheep going on here, 1 sheep here, 1 sheep going here. Do you remember I crossed them through so I know I've put them in the field or the meadow? 1 group here, 1 sheep here, and 1 sheep is going here. Now I need to make sure I've got the same amount in both circles. So I need to count. I've got 1, 2, 3, and I've got the same 1, 2, 3. So I now have 3 sheep in the field and 3 sheep in the meadow. So I know that 6, or half of 6, is equal to 1, 2, 3. Half of 6 is equal to 3. Okay, let's try again with, let's do it with my cubes this time. Okay, I'm still going to use my 2 circles because I find that really helpful. Okay, so I've still got my field and my meadow, but I am going to use my cubes to do my halving this time. So I now have 4, I think, let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 sheep and I need to share them or half them between the field and the meadow. So let's put them, I'm going to put it down and I'm going to share them. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to share them into the field and the meadow. So I put 1 here, 1 on here, 1 on here, and 1 on here. So I now know that half of 4 is equal to 1, 2. Half of 4 is equal to 2. Okay. Well done, everybody. I hope that you are finding this really, really entertaining and good fun. Okay, so now the final thing we're going to do this week is we are going to look at the relationship between halving and doubling. So remember, when we double a number, we have to have 2 groups that are the same. And so this is my double in total. So double 3 is equal to 6. And then when we half a number, we need to share it into 2 equal groups. So half of 6 is equal to 3. So really, we are using exactly the same numbers, but we're either doubling the number up or we're halving it into 2 groups. Okay, so the final thing we're going to do this week is we're going to play a game, and we're going to use our 10 frame. And I'm going to show you what the 10 frame is. Actually, let's put it on here. So this is my 10s frame. It's got 10 spaces on it. Okay, and we're going to be using a dice to roll a number. Okay, and I've rolled the number 4. So I need to now work out what is double 4. Okay, so I'm going to start by putting my 4 on my 4 blocks along the top. So 1, 2, and I'm going to put it down so I can work it out. 3, 4. So I now have my 4 on my 10s frame. And I need to work out what double 4 is, so I need to add the same amount on the other line. I'm going to do that now. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I now know that double 4 is equal to, let's count all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so double 4 is equal to 8. And now I know that I have 8 in total. I now know that half of 8, if I take away the ones on the bottom, half of 8 is equal to 4. Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's try again. If I roll the number, number is it? It would be number 2. 1, 2. And I want to find out what double 2 is. I would have to add the same amount on the other line in a different colour. So I now know that double 2 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Double 2 is equal to 4. And then if 4 is my whole amount and I want to find out what half of 4 is, I need to take 2 away or share it into 2 equal groups. So half of 4 is equal to 1, 2. I really hope that that will make sense to you. If you do have any questions, you can ask your mummies or daddies to send us an email. And and I really hope you're enjoying doing your doubling and halving this week at home. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody again soon. Take care, everyone.